your face.
Like I said. Like I said. Like I said. Do you like my tail?
Like I said.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Iron Rage. I'm Dave Palumbo, and I'm joined, as always, by Lee Priest and our producer, Tyler Shore. He's got a camera on himself today as well. Now, Lee, Tyler actually fell off his bike today, and his Apple Watch actually went off. It gave him like an alert, you know, that he had.
It said, it looks like he took a hard fall. Are you okay?
Does Biden have one of those?
He needs one.
His goes off all the time, probably.
He needs a tricycle. He needs to accept that it's trike time.
Did you ever see that lady who rides down the block right in front of my house? The 90-year-old woman with the tricycle?
No shame.
No, she's awesome. I'm like, I hope I could do that at 90. It's awesome.
But the thing, Biden's Apple Watch, just when he falls off all the time, it just has the same message. Retard alert, retard alert, retard alert.
You know, there's nothing wrong with...
Even though his foot got stuck in the pedal, I feel sorry for him.
You know what, Lee?
That's no fun.
There's nothing wrong with like an old person having like falls and things, because that happens when you get older. But the problem is he's the president of the United States. That's the problem, I think. You know,
I know.
I don't want the president. It's like, I'm sure there's been some doctors that have been the greatest surgeons of all time, but I don't want them operating on me when they're 100 years old. You know, it's just they're probably not going to be as skilled as they were when they were 50.
Why not, Dave? Why not? You don't want them going and doing brain surgery like this.
That's right. That's not appealing to me. Well, I'm looking at my notes here. Someone had asked me on Ask Dave Lee. I wanted to ask you this question, see what your answer was. If you had to pick, like, let's say you were in like your 20s and you wanted to, you were going to go out to Gold's Gym Venice and you wanted a training partner. Of all the guys that are on the circuit today, who would you pick as your training partner?
Probably James Hollingshead, because I sort of get on good with him, even though we've never met in person. When we just chat and stuff, maybe him being English, we have the same sort of,
screwy sense of humor. Yeah,
he gets deep into stuff and has a different sort of mindset too. So probably James, because I think of the English thing. So yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, I was trying to think. I answered Nick Walker because Nick trains super hardcore and lifts heavy weights, and that's what I was into. But yeah, Hollingshead would be a good one too. I didn't even think about him. So.
Yours and Nick's legs have similarities from back in the day.
That's right. Yeah, crazy vascularity and stuff like that. So. We could do some sicker leg workouts. I certainly wouldn't say no if he asked me to squat. Like remember when Blessing Awadibu asked him that? He's like, no, I don't squat.
There's probably a few good guys that you could actually train if you went for a more, because
Ian Valier trains heavy too.
They all have different. I'm sure they all have different styles. I'll take the one that has the easiest style, the one that believes in lighter weight and more reps. I'll go with that one.
Well, you better not go with James. I think James lifts pretty heavy. When I look at Akeem Williams when he was training at his peaks, and I don't know if he's still squatting seven. I used to watch him squat 700 pounds, and he would literally take it off the rack and walk back with it like it was 135, and he would do like 6 reps with it. Now, at the peak of my powers, when I was like 320, and I was super crazy strong, my legs were retardedly big, right? I took 700 off the rack once, and the walk back with it was so scary because it's so heavy and you have to make sure you stabilize that weight. And I had big legs. And I went down and did 1 rep with it, and it felt like 1,000,000 pounds. But I was so proud that I did the weight. And he does it effortlessly. He does it effortlessly with no...
I did the same thing. Walking backwards, you're only taking like baby steps.
Yeah.
But it feels like a fucking mile. Like
Exactly.
you've really only got to clear the rack, but for some reason you go further than you really have to.
Yeah, you don't want to hit the cross racks on the way down, because then it really throws you off your balance. You can really hurt yourself. You ever do that? Where you go down and you didn't realize it was too close to the rack, and you hit the rack and the whole thing like shakes and like you almost like
I know it goes
fall.
like that. That's why I like those powerlifting ones. When they get under it, the thing just moves out of the way. They just stand in the same spot.
The monolift, yeah, that was brilliant. Whoever came up with that idea, because those guys are lifting like crazy.
Imagine those fucking powerlifters that do those squattings walking back with 900 pound or more. Like you said, just moving your foot a little bit, transferring that weight, ankle, snap, anything could fucking.
You lose. I think you lose from the squat too because it takes a lot of energy
you
to
do.
move back with the walk with that weight.
But what the worst thing is once you've done your reps, walking back to put the cunt back on the rack, unless you just sort of. If you're in the right position, you can just lean.
Yeah, you kind of lean
back.
into it. Yeah, exactly.
But if you miss it.
Now, people who don't squat don't have any idea what we're talking about, Lee, because they've never experienced this. But
They're like, what?
But to put it in perspective, when I see a guy like a King Williams do the squats that he does, people don't really have a true appreciation for how strong he is. I wouldn't even want to train with him because I would never be able to keep up with him, even at at the height of my career. I've seen him bent over row, like I think 5 or 6 plates on each side, like it was effortless, which is crazy. I mean, he's just.
The only problem is when you see him do those videos, probably half the comments are fake weights, fake weights.
I saw him do 7 plates and bevs. And Steve's gym, the 45-pound plates, they had to weigh at least 48, almost 50 pounds. Mm-hmm. They were way heavier. And he still did it. Which means it was probably more than 700 pounds he was doing. It was great.
One of the gyms I trained at when I was younger, they had 45 plates that were 47. Yeah. Then they had these other 45-pound ones that are like 41, 42. So when people bench, they put the lighter ones on.
Yeah, there you go. It's like those ones that Mike Nev used to have in the Ironman magazine studios. They were 10 pounds, right? Each 45?
Even the dumbbells. Remember, we had they looked like a 180-pound dumbbell. It was probably 10 pound, if that. You just pick it up. It looked like the real thing. And the worst thing was when I did the photo shoots with them, like Chris Lum would always do the real weights, but then when people got injured, they went a bit sort of fake-ish. Yeah. And then it's like I do the exercise. He's like, now Lee, pull a face like. And I couldn't do it. He's like, no, try again. It looks like you're laughing. It looks like I said, I can't fucking fake it without. I said, just let me use a bit of weight so I can, It's like. Chris like the sunglasses. Chris like the sunglasses in the picture. Every time you're spotting someone, he wants you to do this. Like, act like you're yelling at them.
Pierre Bernal, though, got the best pictures, I think, of anyone that ever shot me, at least probably you too. But he took so long because you would think the photo shoot was almost over. And then he's like, all right, we're going to go to the next thing. And it would take him like 2 hours to set the fucking shoot up. And by the time the 2 hour, the hour was over him setting up, and then you had to start shooting, it's like you're all cold again. It's like you're tired. You don't want to do it. And it just it's like a never-ending photo shoot, like with him. But he did.
It always starts off. You always start off good, like in the morning, like after a contest. The next day, you go to the gym. You're like, okay, let's do it. Right. You get into a few exercises, then you're like, then they say another one. You're like, oh fuck. Yeah. And then you feel like you want to get mad and be rude, but you're like, no, just fucking do it. As like as you said, once it drags on, and especially like I said, if you're in near contest type shape, you got limited energy. Right. So when they say do another one, I'm like, oh fucking hell, this is tiring.
When I was at there was a brief period of time, a couple of years, I was doing New Bane, and I remember I was so tired at this photo shoot. I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. I took a New Bane shot. Thank God, because it got me through the next 3 hour shoot. I think it was with like Irv or someone like crazy, like one of those really long, drawn out photo shoots.
Who took that photo behind your left shoulder?
My left shoulder.
Above what's his face?
Oh, that's Chris Lund, actually. Yeah, we can see it right there. That was a Chris Lund, 1996.
He's done lots of good things, Chris Lund. But even the thing was too, when they'd always say, "Okay, last exercise." So you give it everything, then they go, oh, wait a minute, I just thought of something else. You're like, what the fuck?
You're going to know this story because it probably happened to you too. And I've told this before. Irv Gelb, we were doing legs, and he was so excited over all the leg shots he was getting me that he went in Gold's gym. He went up the stairs. First of all, it took him 20 minutes to walk up this flight of steps. And he was overlooking the balcony down there, and he wanted to shoot my hamstrings, like on the hamstring from above. And he, what does he do every time before he shoots every shot? 1, 2, 3.
He always did, yeah.
1, 2, 3. And I'm like, I can't necessarily hear him because he's all the way up there. I'm like, Irv, a little louder. I can't hear you. 1, 2, 3, 1,
bad,
2. I'm like, Irv, are we done yet? We've been doing this for 45 minutes. I can't do any more hamstring curls.
When I used to shoot with Irv for Muscle Tech would actually say, he'd show me the thing where if we went into the gym to do training shots or product shots, we had to shoot for like 8 hours.
Oh, my God.
It was over 6 or 8. It was some stupid amount because sometimes we're done in 4.
Right.
And we would leave and he'd get fucking reprimanded and abused and get in trouble.
I'm shocked that Irv was able to get the shots done in 4 hours because he could definitely go for 8. Maybe he was getting more tired toward the end of his,
And Chris Lunn was always magic. Do a shot, magic.
Hell yeah.
I used to always laugh when Mitsuri did the videos or photo shoots. He'd come half dressed as a fucking stormtrooper. Remember, he'd always have those big white shin pads on, like hockey pads or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you can kneel on.
It wasn't just a little knee pad.
Yeah.
It was the whole shin part and stuff. It'd be covered. Fuck, it's half Terminator, half Mr. Miyagi.
He was the smartest one because it saved his knees.
Yeah, it's a powerful combo.
Yeah. Now, did you see in the news? Maybe you can pull this up, Tyler.
Transgender,
yeah. The swimming organization banned transgender swimmers unless they transition before the age of 12, which obviously no one does. Not in this country, at least. So great.
Well,
I saw Bruce Jenner was, or Caitlyn Jenner, I should say. Sorry, got to be politically correct here. Caitlyn Jenner was very happy with that decision because she had been against the male competing in the women events from the very beginning. And, I don't even know what took them so long to do this. I think they were so afraid, Lee, that they were going to get backlash for being like, not.
Anyone that mentioned it, it's like, you're transphobic. You're transgender.
Right.
Like, no, it's just fair. And you said they're not doing the transitioning before 12. Sadly, though, you see some of their
The vote was a 71% approval, yeah.
Some of these parents push their kids under 12 to actually think they can change their fucking sex and shit.
Well, you know what?
Can't even change their channel.
You'll have these parents, Lee, that want their kids to transgender so they can get a scholarship in women's sports,
And the thing was, too, they did it actually, too, on the news here in rugby. I think the rugby union or whatever things have done the same thing. They had this woman on TV last night. Well, I say she's a woman. Used to be a man, and oh, my God, if you had seen her. Look, you know when Kai gets done up as a woman? Picture a pale white person like that with bright red hair, like the same sort of wig, bob wig on. Jesus.
Do you think all the other sports organizations will follow suit now that the swimming one did it?
Well, they should. Because, like I said, it's not fair for one when a man breaks a woman's record and then she gets put in the record books. It's like, here's a simple solution. You want to race with the women? Race with them. If you win, it doesn't count and your record doesn't stand. Right. So if you want to jump in the pool and think you can do it, but it's not going to count. That's why what's her name? That Thomas girl, Layla Thomas, whatever her name was. Yeah, those records she had, they should be taken down.
Oh, they have to be. They have to be. I would assume, right? I mean, they should give the championship titles to the next, the second place finisher.
Any other male that's been caught for steroids or hormones and shit, their things get taken off them. So
you're right.
Lance lost all his Tour de France's, didn't he? When he
you know what the funny thing was when they stripped Lance. Actually, no. When they stripped who was the other American who failed? Who lost? He won the Tour de France.
Was it Landis?
No. It was like around the same time, right after Lance retired. There was the other guy. He's the one who blew the whistle on Lance. I can't remember his name. When they stripped him because he failed, they couldn't even give the first place title to the next guy because he failed and the guy after him failed. So there was like the whole top 5 was drug. Got caught.
That's why I laugh. Even when was it Canseco brought that book out?
Yeah, Juiced.
Yeah, and like everyone, when he got caught, how many baseballers come down on him, and yet they were all fucking using it themselves. It's like, just shut your mouth. You know you're taking it.
Right.
So I went to this. This would have been mid 2005-ish. I went to this chiropractor guy once in Houston. My friend took me there, and when I was there, 5 or 6 players from I forget what Houston team it was, came in, And the guy told me he was giving them their steroids. Had a little brown bag, gave it to them, and off they went.
Oh, really? The chiropractor was. That's great. Little side.
I guess because he thought I was a bodybuilder and used it, he didn't have to hide it from you. Right. You just handed it to him. You just handed it to him in front of me. Like,
yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, you could have told anyone. I mean, I wouldn't have taken a risk. That's how these things. That's how people find out about this stuff. You know, people.
I could have blown the whistle and sold my story.
There you go. There you go. Thank God you're not a rat. Now, you know, let's say the running organization follows suit, and the all the other Olympic, you know, organizations follow suit. You know what's going to happen. The transgenders are going to have some kind of crazy class action lawsuit they're going to file against the Olympics.
Discrimination.
Yes, discrimination. And, you know, at the end of the day, though, I mean, I don't even know what we're arguing about. I mean, Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner is the best example. I mean, she basically said, look, there's an advantage. I won the Olympic decathlon, okay? If I put a wig on, okay, and stop taking, you know, and took testosterone blockers, I'm still going to be far superior to even most of the men in my events. How could I possibly compete, you know, against the women and not have an advantage? It's impossible. I mean, when you have like someone with that high profile athlete speaking out, I mean, you would think these organizations would take it seriously, you know?
That's who they should listen to, not these other idiots that come on TV with blue and purple hair, nose pierced, ears pierced, and they're the same ones that men can have babies and men can have periods. They're the same idiots that say that garbage.
What the problem?
I got banned on Facebook again for 30 days, by the way.
Oh, you are? You know, I posted a picture of Charles Manson, like to make a joke on something, and they actually they didn't ban me from posting, but I can't run ads or they restricted me for 30 days for something. I don't know what it was.
Well, all I said was they're talking about young kids. They're talking about young kids today. And all I said was young kids today are spoiled. They're living in that everyone's got to get a trophy and stuff. Right. If they don't get a trophy, they get depressed and take medications. If they don't have these medications, they kill their parents.
Oh,
that's what I said.
Because
I said kill their parents. Oh, this is hate speech. This is inciting.
Lee, I put a picture of Charles Manson up. Actually, no, it wasn't Charles Manson. It was a picture of, what's his name? Pablo Escobar. That's who I put a picture of.
Okay. Why is that bad?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't want to argue with them because I was afraid they would really restrict.
And they have why can news feeds have pictures of those people?
Yeah, I don't understand why anything is. It's supposed to be free speech. I mean, it's like, come on, give me a break. But
does that mean Netflix can't run the Pablo Escobar movies and shit because we're going to see?
You know what? You know what the weird thing is? People are so afraid nowadays to say really what they feel that they are getting swept up in all these little movements that are out there, and they're afraid to put their foot down, even though if they know what these movements are doing is wrong, because no one wants to be, you know, exposed as being, like you said, homophobic or transphobic or whatever you want to call it, and they don't want to be canceled. And what it's doing is it's creating a society of basically people who are living in fear. Even the media is living in fear of being canceled. It's terrible.
Look at the media. And who's that guy who just got fined $100,000? He's like the head of one team there, or coach of a team.
What did he say?
He was just saying about how this whole bullshit January 6 thing's going on and the money spent on it, the time. It's like, he goes, but yet we had cities burning and people rioting and looting and stuff. So he got fined $100,000 for saying that. And whoever the guy is that owned the team, I don't know if he's the Cardinals, I don't know, someone in the comments will say, the guy that owns the team says, I went and had a talk to him, and now he understands this and that. And you can't compare what happened on January 6th, the people peacefully protesting about the treatment of George Floyd.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, peacefully protesting? Granted, there were some peaceful protesters doing the proper thing. Yeah. But fucking 80% of them were just out there opportunists, wrecking the place, burning the place, fucking just destroying everything. It's like, what the fuck?
You remember the TV show All in the Family? It was a great show, right? It was basically a satire on the world in the 70s, basically, all the things that were going on. And, you know, Archie Bunker, who's the main character for those of you who didn't watch it, he was like he was a good guy, but he was like a racist and he was like a chauvinist. He was just a typical like, you know, white American male, you know, at the time, and they were stereotyping him. And anyone anyone who was gay, he would call a fag. You can't even use that word anymore, right? I mean,
we can't even monetize this video.
Yeah,
now.
we probably lost the monetization of the video.
We just lost it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't find fag a bad word. I find queer sounds worse than fag.
Right, but you know, like, they were using that to satirically show that.
Yeah.
Everyone was like stereotyped, you know, and in that era, and they were making a mockery of it essentially. But it was funny because we all knew that there were people out there that did that, you know, that used those terms.
Well, stereotypes are for a reason, aren't they? So it's like.
But you can't even like kid around anymore. You can't even have a show like that anymore. That show would never fly in today's society, and it's a shame. You know what I mean? It's not because it wasn't a serious thing; it was a comedy. You know.
None of them would, even Married with Children, the way Peg and Al would speak to each other and the kids. And come home and go, oh, just someone kill me, or that, or Peg got mouthy, he'd be like, Peg, 5 across the eyes. Well, imagine that now, they'd be like, that's promoting domestic violence and blah, blah, blah.
Alice, to the moon with you, right? The honeymooners.
Even I Dream of Jeannie would be like, look at this. This is very chauvinistic. He's having this genie do all this and do that.
Yeah, you're a slave. Living in a bottle.
Because that's what it was.
Master.
But when they go inside, the bottle, it's like the TARDIS when they go inside the bottle.
Lee was like, man, I want to live in that bottle. That bottle's great. Yeah.
She called him Master as well, didn't she?
Yeah, no, she did. Yes, Master. Yeah.
Wiggle the nose.
Yeah. That was Bewitched.
Oh, shit. Now I'm mixing up my
Genie was like this.
Correct sitcoms.
Didn't Genie do like
Bewitched did the nose.
That's Tabitha from Bewitched.
Yeah,
Get your politically incorrect old shows
correct.
Get
your shows correct. By the way, did you happen to see? I haven't seen it yet, but I noticed that the Doctor Strange movie, the new one, is out on. They're streaming it on Disney.
It's very good.
Oh, you saw it?
Is it?
I don't want to know about
at the movies.
Oh, you saw it at the movies?
I tell you the woke part in it.
Don't tell me. I'm saying it's on the Disney app. I'm so excited because I can't go to the movies because my kids can't sit through a whole movie.
I'm not going to tell you the movie. I'm just telling you there's a lot of woke shit in it. But the woke bit is when she's talking to Doctor Strange, this girl, and she's like this and that. Yes, I was made fun of and this and that. And there's a photo because I had 2 mothers. And there's a picture of 2 ladies and her when she was a kid. It's like there's bits of shit like that for an whole fucking movie. I'm like, come on, Disney.
Marvel can get away with anything, though. They'll slip anything in there.
Well, there is a Captain America appears in it, but he's not really Captain America because it's a female who's Captain Britain and she's got the Union Jack and shit.
Oh, really?
And then there's another character from one of the others who turns up.
Oh, because it's the multiverse. It's the multiverse, right. So everyone in the other multi-universes, and whoever it is in our universe is the white male. In the multi-universe, it's a black female. This character, that's
she's missed. But I'm like, come on! It's like we're covering all the bases here now, aren't we? It's like that whole thing with what is it, Buzz Lightyear, where they got that couple having a kiss.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous!
Why is it ridiculous? Because there's actual lesbian women alive in America and they can't be depicted.
I don't know. But why do they have to put it?
Go liberal.
Why do they have to put it? Why do they have to put it in a cartoon? I don't understand.
Because why can't kids see a lesbian couple? They're quick peck. They're not scissoring on the Buzz movie.
They're purposely putting it in there. That's the problem.
Oh wow, it's so divisive.
Yeah, because did you see
reality?
Did you see that? I'll have to find the thing where somebody got a secret recording of the execs from Disney, and they were discussing how they were going to put it in all their movies and stuff.
Oh gosh!
But I don't care if it's in there. But I don't even think when I watched the Flintstones, Fred and Wilma, I don't think they ever kiss. So fuck them.
I sent you. I want to show this book. So my friend recommended this book to me, Lee. You might want to read it. I know you don't read. Most people don't read, but. It's like you're reading a kid's book almost. It's the big print. It's called The Masters of Limitation. And it's about this guy who's, I guess, he's an alien, basically. I think he's channeling the alien intelligence through him. And he explains about the whole universe and what's going on. And he answers every question you ever have about aliens and where they're from. And
is it like is it a true story thing that he?
You could believe if it's true or not. It sounds pretty good to me. I find it interesting. You might, if like I said, if anyone out there is looking for a book to read,
well, that's what I mean. Is he like one of these people who, you know, some people do books and say how they were abducted and they come back and talk about their experience.
Well, they explain alien abduction. He's not. This guy is actually I guess part Earth, you know, DNA, part alien, and he was sent here as a first contact person, like to make contact with our society. We're not ready to have open contact, but we have there is a contact going on. So
I had lots of vaccines, so I'm part alien.
Yeah. No, read the book. I'm telling you.
Here's the question.
You're gonna like it.
Here's a question for us, Dave.
Yes.
You can probably see me going like this all the time. I was having a banana this morning and I bit my gum so hard down here. Now it's so sore and I can feel a bit of skin hanging off in there, so I keep biting it. Yeah. Why is it if you've got something sore in your mouth, like a loose tooth, something bad, you keep fucking playing with it, even though it's sore, you keep fucking with it, like, or if you got like a bad tooth, you keep fucking with that tooth. I'm like, why is that? It's like if you had something bad somewhere else on your arm or leg, you wouldn't keep fucking poking it like, oh, that's sore.
Because your tongue has the most sensory neurons, I think, of almost any other part of your body. So you're constantly aware of it. I think it's just more aware of what's going on in your mouth.
Yeah. I always just think, because when I used to have a sore tooth and that, I'd always keep put my tongue on it, pushing it, like, oh, that hurts. Do it again. That hurts.
You know what I find? That have you used that liquid bandage stuff? It's like crazy glue. You can just paint it on like nail polish almost. That if you have a cut on your hand or a little paper cut, I'm telling you put that like liquid. I did it on this little thing I have. Liquid bandage. Let it dry. I'm telling you, it doesn't get burned when you're washing your hands. It doesn't. You don't have to have a stupid Band-Aid that's always falling off your hand. It's the greatest invention of all. I know it's been around for a very long time, but
did you use that on your snake bite, Dave?
I didn't, because my snake bite was so severe that it was, but it's actually almost gone away now. I only have a little remnants of it. My wife thought I had an infection because my whole hand swelled up from it, but it was fine.
I can see Dave coming on the podcast, amputated hand from the fucking snake bite. Well, get one of those. What is it? We have the goannas here at Komodo Dragon. I think the goannas too. Their teeth in their mouth, where they fucking leave that stuff in there that does something to your blood. Does it clot your blood or thins it or something?
They have like a mild venom in their teeth. Yeah, they have like some kind of a venom that gets. I'm thinking about actually getting a water monitor. You guys have some good water monitors over there. You have good. Actually, the coolest monitors you guys have in Australia are Parenti monitors. Have you seen those?
No,
they get almost as big as the Komodo Dragon.
I got a monitor here. It's about probably 14 inches or so. It's not too bad.
You're an animal lover. I'm shocked that you don't have any reptiles, Lee.
No, I've never been into them. What about a frill neck lizard where the neck goes?
Yeah, those are pretty cool. I think you ought to get a pet lizard, Lee. I can hook you up. I have a lot of friends in Australia who are big reptile breeders. You should go and get something. Start doing some research. Tell me what you like. We'll get you a pet lizard.
When you have to have a proper tank to keep them warm and stuff, or
yeah, well, you don't care. You set up a tank, a nice tank with a heat pad underneath it, a water bowl. Snakes don't need hardly any care. They eat once a week. But even if you got a lizard, you like to do all those little neurotic things. You'd have it set up, a nice display thing,
terrarium.
You can train them. No bearded dragons. Those are two. That's like getting like a jelly
leopard gecko. My buddy had a leopard gecko for like 7 years.
Too small though. He needs like a cool monitor.
How big of a lizard does he need?
He needs a cool monitor. It doesn't have to be a big one. It could be like a.
I should get them for you. For some reason, my mum's garage, she keeps getting those little geckos about this big.
Yeah.
Whatever they go on, they camouflage into it.
Yeah. We have those here in Florida too.
Yeah, they're badass.
Yeah, but you got to get something a little bigger than that. Start looking. The Pilbara monitors are kind of cool. They don't get that big. I'll find you someone who breeds them. Just find the one you want.
What about a goanna?
A what?
An iguana?
Iguana?
A goanna?
A goanna. Look it up. Goanna. Have a look at that one.
Else. I thought you were just saying iguana with like a weird Australian accent.
No, they don't have iguanas in Australia.
No.
Only thing they don't have.
Google. Hey, Tyler, Google Goanna. Have a look at that one.
Do you know that they actually banned green iguanas here in Florida?
Because they're invasive and there's way too freaking many.
Yeah, but you know what? There's so many already. What you think? If you let go of your green iguana, it's going to do anything for the population? There's millions of them already here.
Speaking
in
of that, did you hear about
if you raised it, it wouldn't be able to live in the wild. It wouldn't know what to do.
No, probably. Yeah, if it's so used to being crickets throwing in there, it's not going to start hunting or anything like that.
Goanna, G-O, how?
Goanna.
Goanna, I think.
Is that like Moana, like the cartoon? My kids
like Goanna.
Thank you. That helped a lot. I found it.
Did that help?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Here we go. Dave needs one of them.
What are they?
It's this guy.
Oh.
That's a big lizard.
Those are cool, actually.
Jesus. Look at it on the wall.
That's really cool.
That would be terrifying if you didn't expect that.
What's the
Good God.
What's the name of those things?
They're
monitors. They're monitors, Lee. That's a kind of monitor lizard, yeah. I don't know why I never heard of the common name of it.
Looks like it could
they get really
mess
big.
you up.
You need one of them.
Yeah, I'd get one of those.
Are they
definitely? I want to build some outdoor enclosures outside my house and house them out there.
I don't trust that.
And I think they got a very poisonous bite too when they bite your razor.
Oh, it's a lace they're lace monitors. Interesting. Is that what?
Dave, I don't want a lace monitor. Can I get a silk one or a cotton one?
I'm telling you, we got to get you some. We got to get you a lizard. I think that you would be great.
I'll try smuggy. That one there on the road almost looks like a dinosaur standing.
You know what?
Like, so pretty.
You would get so addicted because you have a good addictive personality. You get one, you'd want 10, and you'd get 10, you'd want 20. I'm telling you, I know you. They're very cool.
Oh yeah.
Get a load of this.
They're a lot less work than your cats are. That's for sure. And the dog.
Somebody.
That 210 pounds. Is that how big the lizard gets?
This was just like the other day, the largest python got ever found.
Oh, they found what, 200-pound one? Oh, wow.
200-pound snake.
The Burmese pythons are the best thing that ever happened to the hunters here in Florida because they actually have license to go kill shit because these hunters love to kill shit. And you know
they
what?
Sure do.
The state is actually, encouraging them to go kill the pythons. So let them go. Who cares?
Apparently, they're really becoming a problem in the Everglades. Like they're actually starting to fuck with the population.
Dave needs one that big in the house. I can see it now. One that big.
I'm one of the few people in Florida that actually has a permit to have Burmese pythons because you're not allowed to have them or breed them anymore. But I have an educational permit to have 6 of them. So,
did you ever see that photo of that person? I think God knows where it was. Who must have done something, but they cut him out of one of those big snakes, like an anaconda or one of those.
Yeah, that's all made up. That's not real.
It's real. What? They just put a body in there?
I don't believe it.
What's the story?
Look it up. Guy's swallowed by anaconda or python. And there's photos of him. They cut it open and he's fucking laying down on it.
He's alive or he wasn't?
I think that was a doctor. I think it was a doctored photo, to be honest with you. I think they put it on.
Tyler will find it and Tyler will decide. Just because it's a snake. If you think snakes can do no fucking wrong, Dave.
That's right. So Lee, I don't know, did you watch After Hours yesterday?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it? It's good. You're gonna really like it. Jimmy called me up. He was so happy with the episode because it was him. This gym owner, Frank, who owned Gold's Gym in Lynbrook, talking about it.
I think someone really did get eaten by an anaconda.
Nah, it was bullshit.
He's on the Daily Show.
That's true. That's true.
No, that.
Just trying to see like a photo of him actually in the snake.
No, the Discovery Channel did this thing. The guy was going to put a special uniform on, and get eaten by an anaconda purposely, but he never got eaten by the anaconda.
Oh.
They did everything and the thing wouldn't swallow him. He had this. It was ridiculous.
Look at his little snake suit.
Look at him.
Look at his snake suit.
Fucking
The snake wouldn't do anything. The snake was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm not gonna eat you, you dummy."
I wouldn't eat that shit either.
The snake wouldn't fucking eat that. Look at it, look like a fucking retarded bat.
Scuba man. Oh man.
But think about it. Imagine like if in prehistoric times there was something supposedly, you know, like a megaconda, like it was called, like a mega anaconda or something like that. They were like 50 feet long supposedly when they back in the dinosaur times. And that would be scary. You wouldn't want to get that would eat you. That could definitely eat a person, you know. But these,
now I know what to do. I'm gonna go put on my gimp suit and see if I can get swallowed by a fucking snake. Have you seen the new Jurassic Park yet?
No, because I'm waiting for it to come on TV. I can't go to the movies. I told you my kids can't sit that long.
I heard it was just like just kind of like
good or bad.
Yeah, what was it like? You see it?
It's good because it's got all the old characters come back in it.
Right.
But kind of
contrived. It's got a little corny, but it's good. It's like if you've seen all the others, you see it. So, and you haven't seen the Top Gun yet, have you?
No, that's another one I'm waiting for to see.
I'm gonna send you a link. There's this new link I got.
Oh, good.
Where it's got a lot of the new movies come out. There'll be HD copies or these cam copies. The cam copies don't watch them because they're just.
All right.
But I'll send you this link, and the movies play. I just put it on my phone, and then I just like play
stream it to your TV. Yeah, give it to
this.
me. Yeah, definitely. That would be awesome. So that's about the only way I'm going to see these movies now. So.
But they're very good. There's lots on there now. Lots of new ones. There's one on there again with Bruce Willis. Oh my God, Bruce! He must have known that this problem was coming because he's probably done 6 that I know of this year, and all of them are fucking shit. I mean, fucking the worst.
Oh, really? It's like, you know, like some athletes, they quit while they're on top, like Michael Jordan. And then there's other athletes who, like, you know, go too long. Even the boxers, they get the crap beat out of them, you know, a million times. And it's like Bruce should have known, like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not kind of, you know, I had this disease coming on. I'm not on top of my game anymore. He should have just, you know, retired. He doesn't need the money, obviously.
Well, I've seen was it last year? I think I've seen 1 or 2 that Pacino was in that were fucking shit. I'm thinking, bloody hell, you put Pacino up here, and he's done a couple where you're like, what the fuck I'm thinking, you know what it is? They've probably done a movie with some producer whose kid's coming up through the ranks, and he goes, when you go to make a movie, you call me. Right. And he's made that promise, and now this dickhead's making this worst fucking movie. Can you be in it? Okay.
These guys, Lee, they're whores. They'll do anything for money, most of these guys. That's the problem. And Pacino is he's almost like a parody of himself now. You know what I mean? Like all the movies he's ever done with the screaming and woo-ha. Like he's like a stereotype of himself. It's like when you see him, it's like you can't even take him seriously anymore. You know, that kind of thing.
I like the one, he was good in it just because he had some funny sayings and he was sarcastic with Keanu Reeves who played the devil. What was that one?
Yeah, but that was a while ago. He was at the top of his game then.
Of course, yeah. But I was just thinking the other day too, I was saying to someone, who today do you think's like a real manly man actor? Because we had Clint Eastwood, what's his name, from Death Wish, fucking Charles Bronson,
yeah.
And we had Michael Caine was sort of in a lot of tough movies.
You know who I like? I'll tell you who I like. Josh Brolin.
I haven't heard that.
He's good. I like him. Yeah, have you watched that new TV show?
I've been watching that crazy weird thing with the hole in the ground.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's good though.
He's good. Weird. No, he's a man's man. I like him. He's got that tough guy.
He's still in shape in that one too.
Yeah,
so.
He looks good.
I was thinking, because you had like Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, even Yul Brynner.
Yeah.
Today we probably have Gerard Butler and
the guy who played James Bond. He's pretty good too. That guy.
Oh, Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig's pretty good. Oh, Jason Statham's good. I like him too.
Yeah,
I think he's 52 or something now.
Oh, who is?
Jason Statham. Yeah.
Is he that old?
Some celebrity over 50 list.
Wow, didn't realize it.
Well, Stallone wasn't bad either, but out of all the new people coming up now, there's just none of that real hard, rugged. Like, you know, when these people are in a movie, you look at them, you think they can really fuck you up.
Right. Well, The Rock. The Rock looks like he can fuck you up. I mean, The Rock is, pretty good.
Yeah, but he's still not that real rugged, like, that look at what I mean, like a bar fighter look. Whereas The Rock, still a little pretty. He's big, but still a little pretty. Whereas these newer ones now, it's like Tom Cruise in one of those Mission Impossibles when he's before he gets into a fight with someone, he's like, "You don't want to make me angry." I'm like, "Woo." Okay. Did you get to watch Reach at a TV show?
Yes, I watched the whole series of that. He's a terrible actor, but he's kind of he's a big guy, so I like watching him, But it was okay. Yeah. It was pretty
good. I watched Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid wasn't too bad.
No, I didn't see that.
If you like old westerns, do you watch Yellowstone?
No, I haven't watched that. No, I never watched that. Is it good?
You got to watch Yellowstone. Yeah.
I've been falling behind all my shows now because they're all the new ones are coming out now. I have to watch.
Don't you hate it? I just said to my wife the other day, it was so much easier back in the day when you only had like maybe 5 TV stations to pick from, and there's probably only 3 fucking TV series to watch.
Lee, the difference is that you have all the time during the day to watch. I have an hour at night, like I can watch like one show, and that's it. So I have to like constantly.
But it's crazy because like I said, here we got Paramount, we got Stan, we got Binge. Binge is the worst because Binge has every TV show, new ones, old ones.
Oh, really?
The whole entirety thing. So that's why it's called Binge. Once you start,
I have every channel on my TV, so I don't know what to watch next. But I'm.
Have you done this? My wife hates when I do it. I say, let's find something to watch. An hour later, I'm still fucking.
You got 4 million channels. You can't find one thing to fucking watch.
Well, I can find something, but I can't make up my mind. I'm like, this one's good. And now I've started like maybe 5 or 6 series. I'm like, which episode should we watch?
Yeah.
Which one?
Have you watched Tehran? About Iran?
No, I've seen that one there, but I haven't watched it.
Watch it. It's like home. What is it called? On Cinemax. Homeland. It's like Homeland, kind of. Yeah.
Have you watched The Boys?
I was just gonna say that.
No,
Speaking of Homeland,
I haven't seen that. Is that good?
That shit's really good.
Really?
It's the only series I've been making a point to
keep watching. Tell me if Butcher in The Boys reminds you of me.
Yeah, I get a little bit of Butcher vibe for sure. Obviously, that's your favorite character, I assume.
It's meant to have an English accent, but it sounds half English, half Australian.
Yeah.
He's always swearing.
Don't worry, Daddy's here.
He's like, but it's
diabolical.
Yeah, who's the guy that plays Homelander in that? He was in that series Banshee.
I don't know.
Have you watched Banshee?
No. Lee's watched
That's a good one.
He's watched all.
He's seen everything. Like he just devours TV shows. This guy.
Well, you got to watch Banshee because Banshee's about this guy who's coming back to town, and along the way he's there, and the sheriff gets killed. So he's like, "I'm going to take over the new sheriff's because the sheriff's coming to town, so no one knows who he looks like."
Shit.
And just the shit with all the drug dealers in the town, the shit that happens, and
I'll say one thing: there is a lot of good original programming on because now Amazon makes their own stuff. Yep. You got Apple TV that makes their own stuff. Plus, whatever's on HBO's got good original stuff on there. And then Disney's got all the Marvel, and I'm watching. You watching Obi-Wan on Star Wars?
I haven't started it yet.
Oh my God, you got to watch that. That's amazing. If you like Star Wars,
well, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it just because Darth Vader's in it again. I like that.
Lee, it's probably just as good as the best Star Wars movies, I would say, that I've ever seen.
Well, they got a lot of the main actors from Star Wars in it, don't they?
It's phenomenal. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. I'm one episode behind, but it's great.
I don't know which one it is, but one of them they're bringing out. There's going to be a transgender Jedi. So
Sick.
Does that mean they get their lightsaber taken away from them?
They got it clipped. They get their snipped off there.
No, but like I said, there's so many. I was watching Peaky Blinders. Wasn't bad. I finally finished that.
That's a great one too.
Yeah.
Are you watching Miss Marvel? My kids are watching Miss Marvel. Marvel. It's part of the Marvel universe.
The first Muslim superhero.
Yes.
No, my God. I was almost going to watch it just to pick out the woke parts. I'm sure that.
You probably loved it. You watched every second.
I think he's probably watching. He's just embarrassed to admit it.
Oh, Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel's like Porn. It's like Porn to me, Miss Marvel. Did you watch Moon Knight?
Yes, I watched it. Yes, I liked it actually. At first, it was kind of weird. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
In the first 2 episodes, I'm like, I don't know about this, where he's talking to himself all the time.
I didn't know what was going on, but I guess that's what they want you to. They don't want you to know what's going on.
Yeah, but
all right.
Something else I was watching. There's so many. Like I said, there's so many. I was watching another one that was really. Oh, there's a new one coming out with Chris Pratt in it, Terminal something, Terminalist.
We
Put
should
in the
just
preview for that one.
we should just change.
Did you see Severance? Have you seen? We've talked about this, I think, right? You saw Severance, right?
Yeah.
That was good too.
We should just change Iron Rage to movie and
review.
TV show critique.
We'll get John Hanson on Muscle at the Movies. He does.
And then there was
Muscle at the
did
Movies.
you see that one too?
John Hanson. That's his channel.
Muscle at
Did
the
you see that show too, where the guy and woman had a baby and it died, so she's got this baby doll?
Oh, I watched that too. I loved it. That's M. Night Shyamalan. That's the Shyamalan, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name. How do you pronounce his name?
I think it's like Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. What is it called?
When I saw that on
The Servant. That's what it was called.
When I first saw it, I'm like, should I watch this? Because some of his movies are good. Some of his movies are like,
very strange.
It's a weird series, but I kind of like the whole New York City, brick brownstone apartment thing. It was kind of cool.
I think so.
Oh yeah, but if you can, Tyler, pull up Terminal List. I mean, this looks really good with Chris Pratt. I think they're like
another Chris Pratt
SEAL team or a top like government team that goes on special missions and they get set up. And now he's come back and people are trying to kill him and stuff. It's almost like
it sounds like such a Chris Pratt movie.
Yeah, it looks like a Bourne movie, but it's a TV series where it's just full on action and stuff. I wish they'd bring back 24. That was my favorite.
No, and Lakeith Sutherland.
Yeah,
was great
24 was one of the best action series.
And you know who I actually like? Too. He does a good job. Is Spade in The Blacklist.
Yeah, I was watching that for a while, and I fell behind that. I never really started watching.
No. I think I'm up that season 8 now. It's like that's the thing. If you stop watching them, it's like, oh, holy shit.
It was getting a little weird. The first couple seasons I thought were really good. Then they kind of got a little kooky, a little corny. I don't know.
What was that other series? A few series get kooky, like Lost got kooky. And there was another one too where
they had to keep going.
I forget what it's called, where it was like the boy's father was this like mad scientist, and it's like different universes, similar, like parallel universes they could go to.
I've got, speaking of political correctness and being offensed easily, Dave, you're an Italian American.
Right.
How do you feel about Chris Pratt doing the voice acting for Mario in the upcoming Super Nintendo? He's not even Italian.
Protest.
Mario.
How do you think I feel?
Mario.
Tyler, feel my pain when I see all these people trying to do Australian accents. How do you think
I
feel?
I'll feel your pain, brother.
What's the one I watched where they go through the they go to the other planet? I can't even remember. I just watched it. Like it was another series on Apple TV. You probably saw it.
Oh yeah.
The old couple.
Have you seen Yellow Jackets? Is pretty good.
No, that wasn't the one I'm thinking. All right, we got to wrap this taco stand up because I got to go to gymnastics with the kids.
We're like that. What was that TV show in America where they reviewed movies? What was that one?
Siskel and Ebert.
That's us.
Yeah, we'll be like Priest, Palumbo, and Shore at the movies.
Priest, Palumbo, and Shore. We'll work with it. Working title.
And when you say it's good, I'm going to go, Dave, I'm going to have to disagree. The acting and direction was just so terrible in this. I'm very disappointed with Francis Ford Coppola. I expected more. It was just like so plain, so predictable. I could see. That's what I hate when they always
contrived.
When the movie.
Well, Lee, I'm gonna disagree with you. I think that you don't know what you're watching. I think that you're a little off base here, and I think that your insights are poorly orchestrated.
You wouldn't know if feel good hit of the summer if it hit you across the face.
Let's just agree to disagree then until we see the next movie.
So Lee gives it a thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up.
Sideways.
No, it's great. Yeah, it's silly. But that's the thing. When they say these movies are predictable, yes, what movie hasn't been fucking done? It's very rare that you see a concept that's fucking never been. Right. Actually, there is a movie that has a new concept that you've never seen before. What? That short film that I'm in called Round Trip. It's on YouTube. Go check it out.
Well, check it out.
Oh, shit.
Lee Priest.
Round Trip. Watch it. It only goes for 6 minutes. It's a short film, but look at the concept. It's like this. I can't explain it.
All right, don't give it away. You people are not going to want to watch it. Then it's only 6 minutes. Guys, go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Give them the click. And I
got best supporting actor for it somewhere too.
Did you really?
At an award night.
Would you get like a Jackass award, or did you get like a real like Academy Award?
Popcorn with a spaceman hanging on.
What was that award they gave out for the worst movies? The Rotten Tomato Award or something like that?
Raspberries. raspberries or something.
Oh yeah. That's right.
The raspberries or raspberries. Yeah.
That's fun.
Raspberries. Yeah.
All right. We're wrapping this thing up. Next week, Dave Pulcinella will be back. He just opened his own gym, so he's been very busy the last couple of weeks.
I'm going to chewing on my gum like a meth addict.
And Jimmy the Bull might be joining us next week as well. He's so happy about the after-hours show we did. I was just saying that earlier because they were talking about the old days when he was training at the Gold's Gym in Lynbrook over there, and they would throw the 200-pound dumbbells across the gym, and all the crazy people who worked out. Lyle Alzado worked out there. Jerry Cooney worked out there, and so Jimmy was in his element over at that gym. So if you guys haven't seen the after-hours show, check it out.
Well, Jimmy also just told me this morning, I've already had a video from Jimmy where he's seen me with my dogs because I send him videos of me playing with the dogs. He's never seen me happy. So Jimmy's going to get a dog. He needs a companion, he says, to make him
That's
happy.
a good idea.
That's a good idea for him. I think he should get one.
Perfectly logical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should get a dog.
He needs a companion dog, Jimmy, I think.
What kind of
Imagine
dog?
Jimmy, though. Now, I want to be there the first time Jimmy gets a companion dog. You can get him and you take him anywhere. I want to be there the first time Jimmy goes to take his companion dog somewhere and they say, "Excuse me, sir, you can't come in here with that dog."
What the fuck are you talking about?
How about when he sits down in his favorite chair and there's a lump of shit on there and he sits on the lump of shit? How funny will that story be when he tells that on the show?
Fucking dog day, picks everywhere, pisses everywhere.
That's right.
Fuck, I get up before I go to work. I'm picking up dog shit and dog piss.
Yeah.
Fucking things stressing me out.
Yeah. He'll be complaining left and right. All right, I got to wrap this up. Thank you, Lee, for joining us. Have a great day. I know your day just got started. Ours is coming to an end. As we
6:23.
Oh, look, we got a dog right here. Tyler's got his dog. I got my two dogs at home.
He's just waking up.
You don't have dogs, do you, Dave?
I have two little dogs. I have a Yorkie this big and a Maltese this big.
Why do we not see
them?
them? Why do they not have an Instagram page? Why do we not see them?
They're on my. If you look at my Instagram, you will see occasional pictures of them when they come back from the groom.
Occasional. I think you favor the snakes and the dogs.
Talking about social media. I was telling my wife, I said, this whole TikTok thing, all the kids do is watch TikTok. I'm like, I can't believe I got to start posting on TikTok. You know how we started that account, but we never post on it?
I forget it's there. I was scrolling through my phone the other day and I went, oh, fuck, we got TikTok. I just forget it's there.
It's like another fucking place we got to freaking post again. It's like, what is it going to stop? It's like, I got no time in the day anymore. I got to post on another fucking social media page or I'm falling behind. And it's like...
half of it's just people standing there, the music going... That's it. And people are fucking watching that shit. Fucking hell, I'm like, that's it.
Tyler, get your dog to do a dance to some music on TikTok. There you go. You'll make millions.
I expect an 80s song with you dancing on TikTok today, Dave, please.
We should let's see if we can get a video and we can sync ourselves together and we can do the dance or whatever.
TikTok should be like Instagram. When you post to Instagram, it goes straight to Facebook.
Right.
It should just go to all of them.
Facebook has got to buy what's his name? Zuckerberg's got to buy TikTok, and then they can do that. So we can sync all three up together.
Wants to. I'm sure he's got his target set.
I'm sure. All right, I gotta go. I love you, Lee.
I know.
I love you, Tyler.
Tyler, you and me need to come up with an app. We need to act like TikTok, so make millions.
Yeah, you know what? It might work. We got the dichotomy going on between the two of us. That's the yin and yang.
There you go. There's the match made in heaven.
That's what it's going to be called. That's the name of the app.
Oh, yin and yang. All right, I like it.
All right.
Cool.
I'll watch it.
Are we going now? We're really going?
Yeah, we're really going. No, we're really going. No, you hang up.
Jimmy's going to be very, very
you hang up.
You're cheating on Jimmy now, Lee. I don't like it.
You hang up. No, you.
No, you hang up.
I'm just going to sleep here with the phone on.
Just keep the Zoom on. All right, it's out.